By the way, it's all his fault that we're spending $6 billion in taxpayer money this month to help fight HIV/AIDS.
His face. Elton really got around in the 80s.
More than half the women in my cabinet, more than half the people in my cabinet, more than half the women in my administration are women.
What did that just mean?
Oh my gosh, I forgot how bad it was. When my nephew asks for help identifying the different US presidents for his homework.
Lizard, 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 lizard. Lizard.
They walk among us. Hello guys, this week we're going to be looking at the news in memes and there's just so much to talk about. Here was a fun moment this week with my good friend von der Leyen. She said, "Thank God we have free speech in Europe. If you were in Moscow, people would be arrested." She said this to a man as he was being arrested for speaking up.
They can be happy that they are in a free country, like Finland, where the free speech is a right, where they have not any restrictions. If they would be in Moscow, they would be in jail in 2 minutes. Thank God we have a democracy. Thank God we have free speech.
She really is something, isn't she? This week, the Trump administration really got torn to shreds by South Park, but they handled it pretty well. Chandler tagged me in this one where JD Vance posted, "Well, I finally made it." And he's got a good point. You really have made it if you feature in a South Park episode. JD Vance seeing himself on South Park.
Oh, here I come. Oh, here I come. Oh.
I can't explain it, but I feel maternal instincts for South Park JD Vance. I want to shield him from the horrors of the world. This episode referenced a bunch of people, including people from Trump's administration and Charlie Kirk.
Mom, you don't understand. I'm getting really good at this. I have my arguments down rock solid. These young college girls are totally unprepared, so I can just destroy them and also edit out all the ones that actually argue back well.
Nick Fuentes.
He's gone too far this time, dude. The stuff he's saying about Jews is out of control.
Bro, you just gotta ignore him.
Bro, it's pretty hard to ignore him when he's saying it all on a podcast.
I think that Kristi Noem reacted kind of defensively. She was a bit upset about it at first, but then she decided to go with the joke and she made her profile picture the character. I think a few of them did that. And there were some people on the left who I think were a little bit frustrated by the fact that the Trump administration kind of made light of it. Anesthetica says South Park goes over the top to try to mock the right and provoke a response. It doesn't work. The right is like, cool, was kind of funny. Left freaks out that the right isn't freaking out. South Park is forced to shift gears or continue with a played out joke. South Park responded by doubling down and they went with this photo, which, you know, it's a bit over the top. But people pointed out something interesting, which is that for all of the 4 years of Biden, where there was just so much there to make content out of, it was like a gold mine. They didn't do anything. They never touched the subject. Mays says it's a shame that South Park was too scared to make fun of Biden. They could have had a field day with him.
Where the hell are we? What are we doing?
Oh, hey now.
Here's another moment that they missed out on. End Wokeness said, "How is this not a skit from South Park?"
Congressman, Congressman, how are you?
Okay, thank you.
Congressman, why should men be in women's sports?
Shorts?
Sports. Why do you think
They should not be in shorts.
Greg Price says if you want to know why South Park never took swings at Joe Biden the same way they've been doing to President Trump, the show's lawyer also just so happens to be the guy who funded Hunter Biden's legal defenses, Kevin Morris. Well, I don't know if that explains it, but there you go. The Trump administration has been taking a couple more hits this week, especially in regards to there are a lot of people, not just on the left, there are people on the right, there are people in the middle, independents, who are not happy about the level of support that the Trump administration is providing to Israel. So we've seen a couple of memes that have been quite popular this week in regards to that. So yeah, I mean, just more digs against Trump and Charlie Kirk this week. And that's alongside Marjorie Taylor Greene posting about AIPAC. She put this note on her door. Again, a very popular kind of meme post this week. Forest walking is currently illegal in Nova Scotia, Canada. You heard me right. This is kind of one of the big talks of the week. Shiver King is standing up against this. He says this is currently illegal in Nova Scotia, Canada. And he said climate lockdowns have officially hit. I will never comply. Good for you, Shiver King. Or Shiver King. I'm sorry, I don't know. Mario says this is not parody. Jeff Everly is the first Canadian to receive a $28,000 ticket. Wait for it. For walking in a forest. Oh my gosh. Absolute insanity around the world. Christy G pointed out how fires start in Canada by province. British Columbia, lightning. Alberta, lightning. Lightning, 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 lightning. Nova Scotia, hiking, fishing, outdoor activities. It seems a little bit over the top. What do you guys think? Well, I don't know. They say history repeats itself, don't they?
What we learned from this COVID crisis, we will be applying to the climate crisis.
They always tell us, and they told us. And we must never forget how much of a psyop COVID was, because it taught us what they're capable of.
Bien. Vous y allez? Tout le monde est prêt? Bien, mesdames et messieurs.
Speaking of COVID, China has had a strange outbreak this week of the chikungunya virus, which is being spread through mosquitoes. And people have been pointing out the strange coincidence that Bill Gates has been bioengineering mosquitoes for the last couple of years. How does one man manage to block the sun, cover your produce in fruit film, bioengineer mosquitoes, insert fake meat into the food supply, and openly advocate for population control without being considered a global threat? It's a good question. Putin is demanding Fauci extradition for crimes against humanity as part of Ukraine peace deal. United Republicans said, should we let Putin have Fauci? Oh, gosh, that's a tough one, isn't it? What do you guys think?
What are you doing?
I'm making holy water.
How is that making holy water?
I'm boiling the hell out of it.
What's your favorite Bible story?
When Jesus made the water into wine.
Yes, that was a miracle, wasn't it?
Yes.
And what does the story about Jesus making the water into wine teach us?
When you run out of wine, get on your knees and pray.
Very cute. The less religion there is in the world, the more rational and intelligent people become. It's good religion is declining. Move over. Pregnant men coming through. This week as well, there's a lot of footage going around because Poland voted in a right-wing president. This is him. And you know, if you think that American politics is entertaining, it turns out that Polish politics is pretty entertaining as well. speaking of European presidents, here's a throwback to when French President Macron visited Tahiti. Yes, that is photoshopped.
Nothing beats an illegal working holiday. We pick you up in the channel and take you right to your 4-star hotel, where you can work illegally, claim benefits, and never be deported. Watch how the British struggle paying the highest taxes since the 1940s while you pay nothing and even receive benefits. All this and more.
Texan Goes Turkish says, I'm an American. Can I get those benefits if I come over in a dinghy too? That 4-star vacation sounds good to me. But as of this week, over 500,000 people have signed a petition calling for a general election. They're not happy. So things might be changing soon.
Hello. Keir Starmer, the granny harmer, wants us mixed up in Israel drama. Yes, the same prick that hates on the farmers and made grannies freeze in their pajamas. He's a traitor, an undercover dictator, a war instigator. He wants to fuck around and mess with human nature. Going round kids is satanic behaviour. And we ain't gonna fight no war. And we ain't gonna play no more.
And this is on the topic of England, but it also applies to all of us in the West. The digital ID. If you resist only one thing in your life, resist digital ID. You'll be very sorry you didn't. No to central bank digital currency, CBDC. Use cash equals keep cash. Lose cash equals lose freedom. Remember that, guys. Speaking of which, guys, I just want to let you know that anytime I post a video on YouTube now, I also post it to Rumble first and X. So that I'm basically just trying to diversify the platforms that I'm posting the videos to, so that if the ID requirement does come on to YouTube, there will be backup places for me to get these videos out to you guys. So I just wanted to let you know, and I will continue to update you guys on it all. I don't know why this happened this week. I don't know why I'm reporting on this. But a big source of memes this week was like a women's basketball game where a particular object kept getting thrown into the court. This might explain it.
What is it, son? I don't know, sir. But it looks like a giant dick.
Yeah.
Take a look out of starboard. Oh my God, it looks like a huge...
Pecker!
Oh, where?
Wait, that's not a woodpecker. It looks like someone's...
Privates! We have reports of an unidentified flying object. It has a long, smooth shaft, complete with 2 balls.
What is that? That looks just like an enormous...
Wang, pay attention.
I was distracted by that enormous flying...
Willie,
Yeah.
what's that?
Well, it looks like a giant...
Johnson.
Yes, sir.
I cannot believe we're living in a timeline where that Austin Powers clip applies to real life.
I'm in very good health. I just won 2 club championships, not even senior, 2 regular club championships. To do that, you have to be quite smart, and you have to be able to hit the ball a long way. And I do it. He doesn't do it. He can't hit a ball 50 yards. He challenged me to a golf match. He can't hit a ball 50 yards. I think I'm in very good shape. I feel that I'm as in good a shape as I was 25, 30 years ago. Actually, I'm probably a little bit lighter.
Look, I'd be happy to have a driving contest with him. The reason I got my handicap, which when I was vice president, down to a 6. And by the way, I told you before, I'm happy to play golf if you carry your own bag. Think you can do it?
That's the biggest lie. He's a 6 handicap of all.
I was an 8 handicap.
Yeah.
8.
Never.
But I had, you know how many...
I've seen you swing. I know you swing.
Okay, let's
not act like children.
President Trump, we're going to
21
turn
Let's not act like children.
You
to
are
a
a child.
specific concern.
Well, I think I'm finally able to define what it is I've been experiencing for close to 10 years now whenever I get into a conversation with someone who is woke. Now, I don't mean someone who's liberal. I mean someone who is proudly woke. You see, I'm trying to debate, and they are trying to diagnose. Let me give you an example. Let's say I were to say something crazy like, I'm open to immigration. I just think it should be legal. I also think we need a strong border and we need significant immigration reform before we continue. Oh, so you're xenophobic. No, I don't have an irrational fear or hatred toward other people or cultures, but I do believe that culture matters. And if you're coming from a cultural tradition which has very, very different customs, traditions, and legal standards than the United States, well, that might not be the best for social cohesion, especially when it comes in the form of mass illegal immigration. Oh, so you're racist. No, I don't believe in the inherent superiority or inferiority of any person based off of their race. I think people should be judged based off of their individual actions and character. But let me give you an example to clarify my position. If you were to mass import people from a country where they believe that it's perfectly reasonable to criminally prosecute women for showing their hair in public, that might not lead to the best blending with American society. You get what I mean? Oh, yeah, so you're Islamophobic. Okay, I see what you're doing now. This is not about even trying to understand my arguments or perspective. This is all about trying to incorrectly diagnose me so you can then ignore all of my arguments and perspectives. And if that's what you're going to do, what's the point in talking to you?
I love him. He verbalizes it so well, and it's important for us to understand that that's what's happening. If you're engaging in a conversation with somebody and this is what they're doing, it's really helpful to know that they're not actually trying to understand you and there's no winning. The gender death gap seems a lot wider than the gender pay gap. US Fatal Occupational Injuries 2017. It's a good point. There are jobs that men do that are very, very difficult. Declaration of Memes says being a man is not okay, it's necessary. A special thank you to roofers, 90% men, loggers, 93% men, veterans, 90% men, plumbers, 97% men, mechanics, 92% men, carpenters, coal miners, firefighters, iron workers, truck drivers, oil rig workers, police officers, cement masons, power linemen, crane operators, highway workers, garbage collectors, and construction workers. Yes, men are very, very important in society, even if the left tries to make out like they're not. So thank you, men, for the things that you contribute to society. Speaking about men contributing things to society, I feel like that whole Sydney Sweeney ad thing really maybe could have been done better. Like this.
Check my swag, think you should I look fine? Check my swag, yes you should, I'm so fine, I look good.
I'm sorry, but like, he's really selling those jeans. Okay, trigger alert, you have been warned. Texan tagged me in this, Caesar5280 and Justice Tango. Hillary Clinton has bad genes. Oh my lord. You will never read a more beautiful social media post in your life. I saw this one years ago and it's very sweet. Today I operated on a little girl. She needed O blood. We didn't have any, but her twin brother has O blood. I explained to him that it was a matter of life and death. He sat quietly for a moment and then said goodbye to his parents. I didn't think anything of it until after we took his blood and he asked, "So when will I die?" He thought he was giving his life for hers. Thankfully, they'll both be fine. That is so, so sweet. Kids are so sweet. Here's something worth remembering, and it's worth remembering in your personal life, in day-to-day life, and when it comes to politics. A lot goes wrong before everything goes right. I thought that was pretty cool. Okay, so let's have a look at the memes that you guys tagged me in this week. Thank you, 3 licks. It's ironic that the angriest people on television are named Whoopi, Sunny, and Joy. Yes, it's one of those weird coincidences. Are they still going? Is the show even on television anymore? If it is, I don't think it'll be for very long. Captain James T. Kirk, Mr. Spock, analysis. Mr. Spock, most curious, Captain, it appears to be from the 21st century. Great Britain mocking one of America's greatest leaders just prior to being overrun by Muslims and becoming a third world shithole. It's rough. Thank you, Jim Bob. I have some VP picks for you, Emily. You're the best. If YouTube is dumb enough to age check us, please continue your channel on Rumble. Yes, I will. I've got the Rumble channel set up, and whatever happens, I'll do my best to keep putting content out there whatever way I can. The first politicians, we need to ban fire before someone gets hurt, or we can charge a fee to discourage its use. Yeah, politicians are great like that. I wish people question Fauci as much as they question RFK. Oh my gosh, the world would be a lot better off if that had happened.
So I want to ask a yes/no question to everybody here. Yes or no, I identify as a proud member of the Latinx community.
Definitely not.
You're not proud, or what is it?
That is a liberal term that was given to our community that is not real.
For months, we didn't know what it meant. I thought they were saying something wrong. Like, I think they're mispronouncing it.
There's no need to personify our culture. If you are a woman, Latina, if you're a male, Latino, it's none of the difference. We all share the same beliefs.
So why is it happening? Why is the left doing this? Why do they make up these terms?
Same reason why they push, you know, all the LGBT trans things to children, right? It's the same thing. It's all narrative.
That was the key to the door to
Right.
everyone's mind.
Exactly. If as long as they can put you in a bucket and tell you this is what you are, they have control over it.
They realized they're a voting bloc, and let's figure out how to get them attracted or make them feel more important or different or unique, and let's come up with a nickname that just makes
Me walking past a Bobby with a phone full of illegal memes in my pocket while I'm on vacation in London. He played it very cool considering. Thank you, Brian J. Attorneys been there and done that. I feel like my accent doesn't suit that one. Attorneys Fender and Bender. Attorneys Rockford and Rowlands. Attorneys Grin and Barrett. Thank you, Katie Fountain, for tagging me in this one. Legend says they're still looking for the bowl. Honestly, this is adorable. I just find this so cute. Oh my gosh. It's like the most sweet, innocent video. Okay, so this week we're looking at Proudly Unaffiliated's ABCs of MAGA with the letter O. Make America optimistic again. And I think I am going to say make America outstanding again. If you have any O word that you would like for America, write it in the comments. I also wanted to say a huge thank you to a couple of people for your donation to my Buy Me a Coffee account. First, Recon BN said, Emily, thank you so much for your videos and commentary. Thank you so much for watching, and I'm just so glad that you're enjoying it, and I hope that I can continue to give you some good content. Thank you so much as well to Timothy, Kevin Whiteman. He says, I wish you were ours. America needs more people like EP. Well, thank you so much. That's so lovely. And Carl Irvin said, I think it's so amazing that you record all your videos at 3:46. Thank you. Thank you so much for pointing that out. You know, I go to a lot of effort to record all of these videos at exactly the same time each week, and I record them very, very quickly. It really is a lot of hard work doing that. Anyway, thank you so much, guys. I hope you enjoyed this one. Don't forget you can tag me on X if you'd like to be in with a chance for a meme or a video to be featured in one of the future episodes, and you can follow me on Rumble, and the links for all of my social media stuff is in the description of this video. I will see you guys next time.